Hello and welcome to the EduTalk series hosted by Biotone Edu Partner Program, and massage industry experts. With the growing interest and popularity of the EduTalk series, Biotone continues to support virtual learning and building massage community by connecting you with industry experts who share their knowledge and expertise on topics not only for class discussion, but career success. Today's expert is Eric Brown, who began his massage career in 1989. He pioneered chair massage in Canada, training thousands of practitioners, and then went on to create BodyworkBiz, an educational platform. He's also worked with ABMP by developing in-person online summits, and he's authored numerous print and digital textbooks, including 60 Clients in 60 Days, and continues to support lifelong learning with his wife, Ann Williams, through Massage Mastery Online. Let's listen and learn as Eric discusses strategies to help you avoid struggling to get new clients and actually get 60 clients in 60 days. Discover a proven give to get strategy to attract new clients. Eric's insights are perfect for therapists passionate about healing, not selling, passionate about building business without using pushy marketing techniques. He'll get you ready to dive into actionable steps and more to fulfill your career goals. Welcome, Eric. Thank you for joining us. Thank you, everyone, for joining us. Please be sure to have your sound muted and video off. And we've got a lot to get to tonight. So, Eric, I'll turn it over to you, and I'll see you at the end of your presentation.
Okay, thank you very much for that introduction, Danelle, and thanks you everyone who's here today, who's taken the time out to listen to this presentation. So I'm going to try to deliver as much valuable content as I can in the 30 minutes that I have. Not used to presenting in such a short time, so I'm going to try to cram as much in as possible. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my screen here in a moment. I'm going to start some slides going here. So just bear with me as I just get this set up. Back to Zoom. Okay, and I am just going to turn off my video so you don't have to, you're not distracted by my flailing arms as I talk. There we go. And then I'm going to share my screen with you. Now let's see if I can get this right. Share. Okay, so hopefully everyone can see that. And if that's not coming up, Danelle, by all means, just jump in and tell me that it's not there. So let's get started. I want to welcome you to this overview of what I call the Give to Get strategy. And it's the foundation of the 60 Clients in 60 Days course that's available at Massage Mastery Online. And I'm going to be referencing the course occasionally, but this isn't a sales webinar. The goal is to give you as much of the strategies as I can in the limited time that I have. I have about 70 slides to get through, so it's going to move fast. If you don't catch it all, that's fine. I've prepared a free handout that summarizes all the key points in this presentation, and Danelle is going to send you an email tomorrow with instructions for downloading that. Or I'm assuming if you're watching the replay that a link will be in the YouTube description. Now, the course that this presentation is based on is 5 hours long, and this presentation is usually an hour long, but I've trimmed it back to get it all done in 30 minutes I have today. So hopefully I can make it. I'm going to probably talk fast, trip over my words, but I'll do my best. And the goal is to give you a bird's eye view of the strategy, so you have a framework to implement it in your practice if you see the value in it. And another goal of this presentation is just to dispel this myth that it takes years to build a practice. If you use effective marketing strategies, you can fill your practice in just weeks, which is why the online course is called 60 Clients in 60 Days. And I'll let you know that really thousands of therapists have used this since I introduced the idea back in the 1990s. when I had the company BodyworkBiz. It was the basis of several magazine articles, coaching programs, an online course offered at BodyworkBiz, and it even became an Amazon #1 best-selling business book. For a couple of days, it was even outselling Tony Robbins' personal power book, and it was just behind Tim Ferriss's 8-Hour Workweek book. I couldn't get past him, but I was sort of excited about that. But in any case, let me see if I can flip this slide. There we go. Now, if we take a look at therapist surveys in the USA, and I've seen some in Canada too that are equivalent, massage therapists generally struggle to make a livable income through massage. According to some of these surveys, the average income for a massage therapist is about $20,000 per year, which works out to be about the equivalent of $10 an hour if it was a full-time job. And that's not very much money. So massage therapists are struggling. And what happens for a lot of therapists is they just find themselves in what I call the cycle of despair. Because they can't effectively get clients through their door, they end up with no money. So we're going through a cycle here. And over time, that erodes their confidence. So then they're less motivated to market their practice. And as a result, the number of new clients they see decreases. They have even less money and their confidence decreases further. And it's a downward spiral that sadly leaves a lot of therapists to leave the profession. There is a relatively high attrition rate. And it's really a shame because these are excellent therapists. They have great hands, great hearts, but they just can't figure out how to make their businesses work. And it's frustrating when they see those crappy therapists in their area down the street filling their practices, and it just doesn't seem to be happening for them, despite their great hands. So as therapists, you're familiar with the idea of a positive feedback loop, right? Positive feedback loop, as we know, is not a positive thing. It's bad. It's what we call a downward spiral. And that's what we have happening here. It's like the common pain, spasm, ischemia cycle that you learned in school. And as a therapist, you know you can break that pain, spasm, ischemia cycle at any of those points. You can get rid of the pain, you can get rid of the spasm, you can get rid of the ischemia by increasing the blood flow. Anywhere you break that cycle is going to break the cycle. The same applies to this cycle. We can really break it at any point. But for me, the easiest way to do this is simply by getting more clients. Once you have more clients coming into your practice, you'll start making money, and you'll be seeing both the financial successes and the successes of these new clients in terms of just feeling better and having less pain. And that gives you confidence. And that confidence will motivate you to get more clients who you can help. So getting new clients is the focus of this strategy. And again, it's by far the easiest way to break this cycle. Now, I'm going to share a few just quick success stories from using this strategy. I'm going to share these not to brag, but just to let you know that there's been hundreds and hundreds of people just like you that have walked in your shoes. And these ordinary therapists have literally transformed their practices by following this simple strategy that I'm going to outline for you in this presentation. Now, when I first introduced this concept, I always get a negative knee-jerk reaction. And these are some of the kinds of reactions I get. That will never work. I can't do that. It's unprofessional. Or it may have worked for that person, but it won't work for me. Or I'm not giving anything away for free. Or I've tried that before and it didn't work. Or this doesn't apply to me. That's a common one. My situation is completely different. And then there's people that just say, it's stupid. So I just want to let you know that these are the kinds of reactions I get. So I'm going to share some results, and I have really hundreds of these. I'm just going to share just a few of them to show you how this strategy works or how well it works. This person says, this program has really turned my practice around. I moved to Dallas and knew no one. I had no clients going into this program. I was lucky to see 3 clients a week. Now I'm at the point where I have to turn people away and schedule them 2 weeks out. Another person, I just wanted to say that I filled my schedule last week and this week. Another, I was sitting around with no money and lots of time and didn't know how to get clients through my doors. With your program, I had 30 clients in 22 days. I'm so excited and looking to expand. So the one wrote me, wow, I have 18 and a half hours of massage to do this week, and 10 of these are a result of this program. At the beginning of this program, I averaged 7 massages a week. Big difference. Another one, when I started this program, I saw 19 new clients within 2 weeks. My revenue has gone up 20 to 30%. The rebooking and client retention has been great too. So, here's another one. I got 15 new clients within a week, all upgraded and all rebooked. So I've received hundreds of these kinds of comments over maybe the past 25 years or more. And the reason I'm showing you these is because of the skepticism that many of you will have towards this idea of being able to grow your practice as quickly as I'm suggesting without doing something sneaky or unethical or salesy, let's say. And interestingly enough, the skepticism that therapists have for this strategy is the same kind of skepticism that people have to massage. So you get people that are like, how's all that fluffy, touchy-feely spa stuff going to help my back pain? So to the average consumer, when you talk about the benefits of massage, you look like this guy here. Just stating facts doesn't give you any credibility. So how do you overcome that skepticism? Well, the way you do that is you reduce the risk in trying your services as much as possible. So you want to reduce risk. And this is particularly important in the case of services like massage, because unlike a product, like a piece of clothing, some furniture, a car, or whatever, massage is intangible. People can't touch, taste, feel, hear, or see it. All they're buying when they book their first appointment with you is a promise that you're going to deliver a particular result for them. And they won't know if they got what they wanted until it's over. So for the consumer, it seems like a risky proposition. So they don't book massage because they're afraid of making a mistake. They're afraid of wasting their money. They're afraid of wasting their time. So how do we give people a tangible experience of our massage and do it in a way that reduces their risk as much as possible? Well, we're going to use the strategy that I call give to get. Now, I've been doing marketing consulting for over 30 years, and I can tell you without any doubt that this is the fastest way to get clients into your practice. And better yet, it's easy. It's perfect for therapists who hate marketing and sales. So if that describes you, this is for you. It doesn't require any special skills. It costs almost nothing, and it feels authentic rather than salesy. You can just be yourself. And ultimately, it's going to address all of those 3 elements in in what I've been calling our downward spiral of despair. So as I mentioned previously, we're going to break the cycle by getting more clients into your practice. And you're going to help these people get rid of pain problems and injuries. You're going to relax them and help them manage their stress. And you're going to introduce them to just safe, structured touch, which we know is absolutely vital for anyone's physical and mental health. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to make some money. So you're not doing this purely for altruistic reasons. You need to benefit financially from doing this. And I want you to remember that this is a give to get strategy. A lot of therapists, again, focus on the give part, but we also want to focus on the get part. Lastly, once you start seeing that you have control over your future and seeing the impact you're having on these clients' lives, you're going to begin to feel super confident in yourself and your skills. And that might be one of the biggest benefits of all. So now with all that preamble out of the way, let's dive into the strategy. Strategy involves giving away 30-minute gift certificates. That's right. We're going to be giving our massage away. And you're not just going to give away a few gift certificates. You're going to give away hundreds of these. Now, am I getting a knee-jerk reaction from anyone? Quite possibly. I know it always happens. So if so, just suspend your disbelief for just 15 or 20 minutes that I have here. I promise it'll pay off for you in the long run. Give me a chance to outline the strategy. Now, imagine you're at a Costco or any grocery store on a busy day. What do you see? You often see this. It's a sample lady or a sample guy at the end of an aisle, and she wants you to buy the product. And does she launch into a sales pitch? No. Does she tell you about the benefits of the products? No, probably not. She just gives you a sample. She doesn't give you the whole, whatever it is, the whole product. She just gives you a small bite so you can experience firsthand how good it tastes. And a certain number of people who have the sample are going to like it enough to buy the product. Now, this is a technique that has been used successfully in pretty much every industry for decades and decades, and it works. Let me give you some examples of this so you can see that this is a proven strategy. When I was a teenager, I joined the Columbia Record Club. They got me in by offering me 11 records for just $1. I have been using Dove shampoo for men, and I've used it for about 20 years. And why did I start buying it? I got a sample in the mail from Procter & Gamble. As I was writing the initial PowerPoint for this presentation, McDonald's was giving away a daily free small coffee to promote their cafes. I'm living in the United States now, but when I lived in Toronto, this is what I would see at the corner near me almost every day. I lived midtown, right near a Subway. And in that entrance, somebody would be giving away samples of something or other every single day, it seemed. I used to run the World Massage Conference, and this is a place where I would offer free pre-conference presentations to show therapists the caliber of the continuing education that was offered. Moving more into the modern world or the online world, you may know this strategy as a free trial, where you try a product for 30 days, and if you like it, the company starts billing you. Have any of you taken advantage of that kind of offer? I bet pretty much everybody has at some point, right? And then there's the freemium. This is a variation on that. All these are variations on the same strategy. So with a freemium, you get a basic product for free to try it out. This is apps or software typically is where you see this. And then you can upgrade to a higher service level if you're enjoying it or if you want additional features. And that takes me to this guy. This guy is the director of human resources for a large Toronto law firm that has 450 employees. The give to get strategy really hadn't gelled in my mind at this point. This was in the 90s, maybe early mid 90s. I was always conducting marketing experiments. And one of the things I wanted to know was if money was an issue in preventing people from getting massage. I wondered how many people would use massage if it were free. Because I'm just going to make a side note here, because this is something I often hear from therapists is they say, you know, people can't afford massage. Is it true? Well, I did a test. So if massage was free, freely given away to people, how many would use it? You'll find out here in a minute. So the story is I connected with this large law firm that was within walking distance of my two clinics. I had two multi-therapist clinics. And I asked the human resources director if he would like to give every one of their employees a free half-hour massage as part of their staff appreciation week. Or at that time, it was Secretary Appreciation Day because it was in the 90s. I told him I was doing an experiment to test utilization rate. So I was very open and upfront. But the value of these gift certificates that I was going to give him was about $14,000. There were no strings or catches. This was just a test for me. And what was his response? He said, sounds great. So I put a 3-month expiry date on the gift certificates, and the human resources person gave them out to all 450 people. And after those 3 months were up, I crunched the numbers. In terms of cost, the only cost of this really was the printing of the gift certificates and then the cost of getting my sheets cleaned. So maybe this whole thing cost me $200 in total. And here were the results. 45 of those 450 gift certificates were redeemed. So even free massage, only 10% used it, which I think is absolutely fascinating. I have lots of thoughts on that, but we're not going to talk about them today. But out of those 45, 80% upgraded to an hour or an hour and a half massage. 33% rebooked immediately. But it turned out that over the year, 50% purchased either came in for an appointment or bought a gift certificate. And then 20% of them ended up seeing me beyond 1 year, so 2 or more years. And so they came in for repeated visits over a period of years. So by the end of the first year, I estimate that I made about $14,000 in sales from this one test. And this was without any kind of strategic or systematic approach. In the years following this initial test, I refined the approach, tested all different elements, and really maximized my results. So just the redemption rate, for example. Now I know that simply changing the design of the gift certificate, I know what some of those elements are, and the expiry date on the gift certificates alone probably would have increased my redemption rates from the 10% I got in this test to somewhere between 20 or 30%. And in the 60 Clients in 60 Days course, I'll outline those in more detail. Now, you might think, that's what you did, but, I won't get those results. My situation is different. Let me give you an example from another therapist who sent me in her numbers. Now, in the coaching that I did, I required therapists to send me in their results every week. They had to do their homework and send in a report every week. So I knew in real time how they were doing. And this one is from Donna, who sent me these results. And this was a really, she did the work. So she had exceptional results. Now, I don't remember how many she gave out, but out of the gift certificates she gave out or give away, 37 were redeemed. Now, she did better with upgrade. She got an 89% upgrade because she's learned from what I learned over the years. And instead of a 33% rebooking rate that I got, she got 95%, which is exceptional. That's not typical, but it's possible. And then 35% of those people bought gift certificates. So within that 3-month period, she had pre-booked 132 appointments between gift certificates and pre-booked massages. Now, I think one of the biggest psychological obstacles you and others will have in getting these kinds of results is just simply the resistance to giving away your massage for free. But let's look at Donna's investment over those 3 months. The hard cost, again, of implementing this strategy was the printing of the gift certificates. Now, she did 37 half-hour massages for free. That's the equivalent of 18 hours of free massage over 3 months. So that works out to 6 hours per month or 90 minutes a week. Now, would you be willing to do 90 minutes of free massage per week to get 132 appointments? So instead of focusing on what you lose by giving away a little bit of your time, I want you to focus on the second part of the strategy again. It's called the give to get strategy. Now, in the case of Donna, I don't know what she charged for her massage off the top of my head, but if she was charging $80 an hour, let's say, she would have made well over $10,000 in those 3 months from those 132 appointments and gift certificates. Now, beyond that, if those clients booked an average of 5 massages per year over the next 2 years, she would have made another, let's say, $30,000 in additional massage revenue. And that doesn't even include the money she might have made through referrals from those clients or sales of gift certificates from them. So that's over $40,000 in sales from that 1 3-month push to give away gift certificates and to give away 90 minutes of massage a week for a few months. Is that a good return on your investment? Absolutely. So let's look at how we make money. Let's look at this get part for a second. I want you to look at how we make money from giving away free massage. There's really 3 avenues of revenue. And I've mentioned them already. So you're going to give away gift certificates. And the first thing that you're going to do is you're going to ask everyone who redeems their gift certificate if they want to upgrade to a longer session. And quite consistently, 80% will say yes. So we're actually making money right from the beginning from these free massages. So if you offer to extend the massage to a full hour for, let's say, just even only $30, then on average, you're making $24 for every free massage you do. So that's a good start. Secondly, you're going to ask those people to rebook. And as you can see from my examples, when you ask a large percentage, you've seen anything from 33% to 90, well, what was hers, 95%, will say yes. And these people will become regular clients and provide you with a long-term stream of income. And lastly, these people will buy gift certificates for others or will refer their friends and family to see you. So that's our third way of making money, by getting them to send more people in. Now, none of these things happen by themselves. You need to strategically take your clients through a process to get them to take these actions. And that's really what the 60 Clients in 60 Days course is all about. Let me outline it for you. So now you know the basic premise of the strategy, understand the benefits, and you've seen some examples of the results. Let's explore these three areas of revenue generation just a little bit further. I think, how am I doing for time? I am going to go over time, Danelle. I'm sorry. I can't go through these slides fast enough.
It's okay.
Okay. I might be another 10 minutes or possibly just a little bit more. So hang in with me. So I'm going to, again, give you sort of a brief look at these. I can't really delve into them. So first things first, this won't work for everybody. Number one, you have to be a skilled therapist and offer an awesome service. And I'm assuming that you all fit that criteria. If you're a bad therapist, people are just going to find out about you faster and your business will die sooner. So I'm assuming that everyone here is an excellent therapist and that you are actively working at giving them a fantastic experience. Next, you need to have a fixed location. This can work for like mobile businesses, but it takes a really different approach. So again, you need to have a fixed location. And lastly, your clients have to be able to come back and see you for repeat visits. So if you work in a hotel or a tourist area where you only see clients on a one-time basis, this is not the strategy for you. So you do not want to use this because we rely on that back end revenue. But if you meet those criteria, fantastic. We can implement this strategy. And the way you're going to do that is to start giving away massage. And like the sample lady in the grocery store, you're not going to give away a full hour treatment. We just want people to get a sense for how good your service is and let them experience the benefits of massage firsthand. So give away 30 minutes only. And you're going to put conditions on the gift certificates that serve you. So these are the conditions I suggest you put on every certificate. One per customer, for first-time customers only, no cash value. I'm going to suggest a very short expiry period. So I'm going to suggest 2 weeks. And print right on the gift certificate, this can be upgraded to a 1-hour session for only X number of dollars more, whatever you want to charge for that extra half hour. Okay, so make sure you have these conditions. Otherwise, you're going to find yourself in trouble. This is really important. And I won't say why. You can figure it out. It's pretty obvious. But in case this isn't obvious, let me say it directly. These are essentially coupons that are positioned as gift certificates. Okay, so these are really coupons that look like gift certificates. So unlike gift cards that you buy from a store, they have no cash value and they're not subject to laws around gift cards or gift certificates. Does that make sense? I hope so. Well, you can ask questions at the end if you need clarification on that. And speaking of coupons, let me quickly address a question I get all the time. Again, I find therapists get fixated on this idea that they can't give their massage away. They say things to me like, "Why do I have to give my massage away? Why don't I just give out discount coupons?" And on a superficial level, that might make sense. It's the same, isn't it? So with the gift certificate, they get 30 minutes for free and they get an upgrade for an hour for, let's say, $30. And with a coupon, let's say they pay $30 up front and get 30 minutes free. You're getting the same result either way, aren't you? It looks that way, but the answer is a big no. These are two completely different approaches and you'll get two completely different results. So what's the difference? Let's take a look. If we've all given our friends gifts, right? Receiving a gift makes them feel like this. Now, what happens if you give your best friend a coupon? Getting a coupon looks like this. I think everyone understands just by looking at those two pictures. It's simple. If you want to get a big response, gifts carry more weight than coupons any day of the week. It's just not something you can argue. It makes sense. You know it. That gift certificate they have in their hands has value. It's worth $30, $40, $50, $60, or whatever you charge for a half-hour massage. A discount, on the other hand, cheapens your service. It says that the service is probably not as valuable as your prices would indicate. So I get these kinds of reports from people who have, been in coaching programs, who've done discounts and then done this give to get strategy. So Sheila here says, previously I had done a half off special and didn't see great results. However, using this approach has people in the salon where I work tripping over themselves to get to my door. I'm amazed by the response. So that's typically what I see when people try doing discounts and then they try this strategy. And let me add this as an aside. Again, this is going to put me more over time. When you give someone something for free, you create a need for reciprocity. Now, think of a time when someone has helped you out in some way or has done something really special for you. Like, how did you feel? So you felt grateful, but you immediately started thinking of ways that you could return the favor and do something for them. When someone does something nice for us, we feel a desire to reciprocate and do something nice for them. And if they don't give us an opportunity to reciprocate, we start to feel bad or guilty. And that's a basic social need, let's say. I call it the law of reciprocity. If you give someone a gift certificate, they'll want to reciprocate. And that usually takes the form of upgrading, rebooking, referring people to you, or buying gift certificates for others. If someone uses a coupon, they don't feel any need for reciprocity. They're not getting something. They're simply buying something at a discount. So the customer you get by giving away a gift certificate compared to coming through with a coupon, you're going to have two completely different mindsets in those customers, and you're going to have a much stronger result from the person you gave the gift certificate to. Does that make sense? So we're going to be giving gift certificates to everyone we know in our network. These are people you already know, so they are the logical place to start. That person can use a gift certificate themselves, or they can give it away to someone else. These people can include your friends or just casual acquaintances or people you just happen to run into. If I had more time, I would take you through a process of figuring out who to give these to, but let me just give you a few ideas. So just start with your friends. Do you have old friends from school that you went to school with? Friends from work or places you used to work? How about your partner's friends or friends of the family? Who are your casual acquaintances? How about your neighbors? Do you know them by name? Maybe not. Maybe it's time to introduce yourself. Do you know any people who are actively involved in your community? Do you belong to community groups? Some of you are, have other jobs or have recently left jobs to start massage. Who do you know from your previous career? Your workmates, your colleagues, bosses, managers, suppliers, vendors. How about your children or people that are you're related to through your children? So parents of your child's classmates, just parents who you hang around with at the school. Maybe parents who are involved in different school groups, teachers, past and present, daycare providers, babysitters, people involved in your child's recreational groups, like little league baseball or pee wee soccer. So who's related to your child in some way? And there's church and volunteer groups, social and community groups, clubs, organizations. And think about your passions too. Do you like to knit? Do you like to ride motorcycles? Who shares those passions? How are you connected to those people? Maybe you belong to a gym or a community center. So who do you see regularly there? Other club members or maybe staff or management? You take any classes? How about other health professionals you know? I could just go on and on. There's just so many people. When you think of the people you interact with on a regular basis or even on an occasional basis, there's just hundreds of people. Just I know doing my wedding invitation list, just even people that are close to me that I feel like obligated to invite to the wedding comes to hundreds of people. So we just know hundreds of people when you start writing it down. You'd be surprised. Now, what if you don't have a network? Let's say you're new to a city and just move there. Not a problem. You can find people that are going to be happy to distribute your gift certificates for you, just like the HR person did at the law firm did for me. Now, you might not want to massage your family or extended family, but they are still people you know, and they would be happy to support you and give massage gift certificates away to their friends or their network. For example, maybe your mom might be happy to give gift certificates to the ladies at the bridge night or the people in her bird watching group. And your high school friend would be happy to give them out as gifts to the people at the office they work at. So you likely already know people who have well-established networks who would love to give hundreds or thousands of dollars of gift certificates to people they know. Your accountant or bookkeeper, for example, can give them to all their clients at tax time that's coming up. So just think about how many businesses there are, just let's say within a 5-mile radius of your office, who would appreciate having a high value gift that they could give their staff or customers at no cost. I mean, it's just like that human resources person at the law firm. It seems like a no-brainer. And your gift has a high perceived value. When you position your gift in the way that I did at the law firm, for example, saying, I'm going to give you $14,000 worth of gift certificates. That seems very valuable. Okay, so that's the give part. We've got the give part out of the way. Let's look at the get part. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to ask everyone who redeems a gift certificate if they want to upgrade their free massage to a longer session. Now, you may have never asked clients to do anything before, and that's pretty typical for therapists who I coach. So this all might feel a little uncomfortable, but it's like exercising. You just suck it up and you do it. You show up. And after a few weeks at the gym, you start to build some muscle and you start to feel stronger. You start to look better and you start looking forward to going to the gym because you love the way it makes you feel and look. And before long, it just becomes part of who you are. So we've got to practice our asking. So how do you do it? You just ask, would you like to upgrade that to an hour for only $30? Now, there are a lot of subtleties to it. There's ways you can prime people for that, but that's the basic idea. You just have to ask. Asking will get you a much bigger result than not asking. And if you do it, in the way that I outline in the course, you can expect that about 80% of redeemers will take you up on your offer. And that's one of the most consistent numbers across all participants who have taken the course or who I've coached. So I know that's a relatively accurate number, a relatively stable number. The next step is to ask them to rebook. And what you'll notice here is I'm taking these new clients through a buying cycle in an incremental way. I'm just having them take little steps, one step at a time. They've said yes to coming in for free, and they've said yes to the upgrade. And now we ask them to take the next step and rebook. And again, how do you do it? You just ask. Let's book your appointment right now. What time next week works for you? Of course, there's more to it than that. There's priming techniques you can use before the session and future pacing techniques you can use during your treatment. In fact, there's a process you can take them through before you even start your massage to gauge their level of commitment. So you're never asking them to do more than they want to do. You never feel pushy because you know what you're asking matches their commitment level. Again, this is going to feel unnatural for some of you, but don't worry. You're going to build your confidence muscles. Once you start doing it and seeing the results, you're going to like it. And don't get upset if some people say no. You have to keep your eye on the big picture. If you're going to say no, and that might feel like a personal rejection, even though it's not. So keep your focus on the people that say yes, and keep your eye on the overall results, not what happens with any particular client. Lastly, in this process, we're going to get them to refer their friends and family to us. Now, most referrals in most practices happen almost entirely by accident. If a client just falls from the sky into your treatment table, that's great, but it doesn't happen often. And I just read some statistics about this. I don't have them at my hand from AMTA that surveyed clients and therapists to find out how many therapists asked for referrals. That was a very low number. And the number of clients who said they'd be happy to refer if they were asked. There was such a disparity in that. So you want to make your referrals a systematic process and not an accident. And one way you can do that, it's really simple, is by giving all these new clients gift certificates to give to their friends and family to facilitate the process. It makes it a really easy ask. I'm not going to go into this right now because, again, I'm running short on time, but I use if there was one person technique that through the session that primes people for referrals, but that's outlined more in the course. But let's move on. So then all we need to do is wash, rinse, and repeat. These clients refer the people they know to us, and we repeat the process with the new gift certificate recipients. And if you take action and take the simple steps that I've outlined here, you're going to have results like Debbie. And I'm using Debbie's comments here just because she just summed up so many of the benefits of this strategy so nicely. And she wrote me to say, I was intrigued enough to suspend my disbelief and skepticism to give the course a try. Went from 5 massages one week to over 20 paying massages the next week. Took a few weeks for the calls to start coming in after I did my part, but when they did, it was like an explosion. It felt like magic. Life's real magic. When things work, then they really do work. And in addition to my practice building back up again, I don't live in fear, doubt, and worry anymore. I'm having fun, and I feel confident again in my ability to influence the world around me. Okay, and on Debbie's note, I'll finish up. That's your overview, and I hope you're excited to get started. And let me stop sharing here, or unless, let's see, stop sharing. There we go. I'll put my video back on.
Yay. Well, very interesting. Very interesting. And we did have some chats come in, so I want to address those first.
Sure.
And you did answer some of them. Which, number one, I want to get back to the image you had on the gift certificate and adding the comment. Well, I like the expiration date. What was the bottom bullet point you had? It just went right out of my head.
Let me go back to it just
Okay.
so I'll just read those off again for you.
Oh, maybe it was upgrading at the conclusion. Patrice is asking, are you asking to upgrade at the conclusion of the 330-minute session or before starting? And I thought that was one of your bullet points that you put on the gift certificate itself.
Yes.
That was
you want them to be able to know that they can do it, that they can upgrade, because they won't know otherwise. They'll think they're limited to that 30 minutes.
right.
And so you have to let them know they can upgrade. The easiest way to do that is just put it right on the gift certificate. And what you're going to find is
that's a great idea.
Yeah, and when people call to redeem their gift certificate, they're going to say, can I upgrade that? A lot of them will just do it voluntarily. If they don't, then what you're going to do on that first call is you're going to say, oh, that's great. I'm glad you got a gift certificate. Would you like to upgrade that for just $30 or whatever price you want to put on it? That's entirely up to you.
Right.
If they say no, I'm going to pass right now, just wait until they come in for their massage. When they come in for their massage, you're doing your intake. You can say, oh, by the way, I have some extra time after your massage. Did you want to upgrade that to an hour for just $30? Okay, so I've asked them 3 times already. We had 3 opportunities on the gift certificate, on the initial call when they come into the office. And then you could even ask them through the session if they want, because now they're going to enjoy it. now they're experiencing how good this feels and they don't want it to stop. So if they're commenting and saying, oh my God, I wish I would have done an hour, or, this feels so good, I could use a lot more of this, then just say, well, I still have a half an hour available. If you want to upgrade it, we can do that. So there's 4 opportunities to do it. And that's what, every time you do that, you're going to get more people taking the upgrade.
Right. And you're making it easy for them as well.
Yes,
Has anyone come in for a 30-minute massage and you never saw them again?
absolutely. Yeah. So in my initial tests, when I didn't know really, how to manage these gift certificates coming in, I didn't, it was a marketing test. I really wasn't considering all the variables that might be involved in terms of moving them forward through a buying process. You saw in my numbers in that initial thing that I did, I only had 50% of them buy another massage in the following year. Donna, who benefited from a lot of what I learned over the years, she had what I forget what her her rebooking rate was. It was high though.
95%?
Was it 95%? I'd have to
I
look at
thought,
her numbers again.
okay.
I can only hold. I have a little brain. It only holds so much. Yeah. So 95% rebooked for Donna, which is incredible. That's an incredible. I wouldn't expect that, but good for Donna.
Patrice is asking, would this also work if you wanted to do a 15-minute session using a really good technique that usually provides instant results, like myofascial release on common places like the neck and the upper traps? And then she added on to that, and I meant to put with chair massage.
So if I'm understanding it, so this is on site. You're on.
Yes. It sounds like you're
So
offering a 30-minute, and she's asking,
so if you're
what
if
if
you're
it
in
would
a
it work for a 15-minute if you're using a special technique like myofascial release and I
yeah,
believe a chair massage
okay.
or a chair.
Yeah. So again, the place that's going to work best is if you're in a fixed location and you have a chance to see those customers multiple times. So if you're going into an office weekly and you want to, you're charging the individual employees for massage, then by all means, this is going to work in that kind of environment because you are in a fixed location. You have people that come and see you regularly. So normally, if you do a 30-minute chair massage, then give them a 15-minute gift certificate to come in and give it a try. It's going to work in exactly the same way. And what I'm going to encourage everybody to do when you do things like this is to watch your numbers, record your numbers, and see what results you get. You want to make sure that you're getting some results. And if you're not, then you need to change something. So everything I do is always a test. Do it as a test, see what results you get, change something if it's not working, and then try it again. See if you get better results, worse results. Try it again. Always variations.
Which is a great idea. I mean,
Well, it's really the only way to
one
do it.
size does not fit all. So
Yeah,
figuring it out along the
and that's a
way
very
and
important.
refining it.
That's an important point to now. Like everybody's situation is a little bit unique, even though this works for everybody. Everybody's in a different market, has a different personality. So test what works for you.
When you ask them about upgrading, we've covered this, when they book or when they show up for the massage. So upgrading can happen, number one, when they're looking at the gift certificate, number two, when they schedule the massage, and number three, when they're on the table and you
Or
have that
when they walk
magical
into your
extra.
office. Number
Right.
3, when they walk into your office. Number 4, on the table.
All right.
Or opportunities.
And again, Patrice is asking, I totally see how this works. I try and offer clients a free upgrade to a 15-minute added onto their next session or Himalaya salt stones when they refer to clients, but I don't have a location yet and my schedule is limited.
Yeah.
So
So again, this might not be the best strategy for you, Patrice. It's you need to be in a fixed location. That's really important, and those people need to be able to see you regularly, because you don't make money on the front end on this. You make money on the back end.
Right.
So there's there's a lot of different marketing strategies you can employ. This is just one, an effective one, but it's just one.
And where Patrice is asking, okay, they come in, how I'm interpreting it, they come in for their free massage. They could upgrade to a 15-minute add-on, like a specialty, like aromatherapy or Himalayan salt or something like that. And she said when they refer to clients. But does that get more complicated? The
Yeah.
further
Yeah.
the more kitchen
So that,
sinks you throw in?
well, this is a whole different strategy. Okay, so we're looking at a specific referral strategy of basically offering a benefit for sending in other clients. And I'm not sure if this is Patrice that's asking the question, or somebody else, but
Yes.
okay, yeah. So it's just a different strategy. I don't think those strategies are all that effective, to be honest. But again, give it a try. Make that ask for every customer and track your results. See how many are taking you up on it. But
Right.
my gut feeling, having been in the business for a long time, is it's not going to be highly effective.
Well, I like where you started with the law firm. I mean, you identified a business with lots of employees, and there's also stress there. So that makes sense. So it could be reaching out to the welcome wagon in your town, or looking for new businesses that are opening, where you might be able to say, let me, provide a free gift certificate as a courtesy to you as a new business. And it's mutually beneficial to their business as well as to you. So there's
Yeah.
you can get really creative with this.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't mention explicitly is, ideally, you want those people who you choose to give away gift certificates. If you're using a distribution system like, another business, you want to make sure that you're giving it, that they are connected with an audience that's your market, people that can afford massage and people that have an affinity to massage.
Good point. Good point. We still have time for a few last questions for Eric, or comments, even
We've really
ideas. If you're trying something and you'd like some feedback on it, we still have a few more minutes.
Yeah, I've really gone past my 30 minutes.
That's okay. It was
I tried.
interesting.
I tried, honestly.
And you got a lot of feedback that it was interesting.
Mm.
So while people are thinking up their last questions, Eric, I just wanted to know if there was anything in closing that you would like to add.
Um, sure. So in this presentation, I've urged you to ask clients to take action. I've told you to ask them to upgrade, to rebook, to refer. And you can see that this is not self-serving. You know that your clients are going to benefit if they take action and they use your services. So I'm going to practice what I preach. I'm going to ask you to pick up a copy of the 60 Clients in 60 Days course. You can go to massagemastery.online, click on the professionals button on the homepage, and you can track it from there. We can always put a link in the chat here, and you're going to put it in the description, Danelle. If you use the coupon code 60 days when you check out, you'll get 25% off. So that's not advertised. It's just for people that are watching this presentation.
Okay.
So you don't have to get the course. You have options. You may already have a full practice. I find that therapists who attend these kinds of presentations are therapists that understand the value of marketing and have already actively implemented a lot of great marketing strategies. So if that's you, congratulations. Thanks for coming to this call. But you have enough of the principles here that you can apply them to your business. And if you did that, that's great. You are my action hero. You're taking action. And that's what it takes to build a business.
All right.
Or,
Now,
yeah.
oh, sorry to interrupt you.
Or the third option is just spend $99 or $75 with a discount and buy the course. And you're going to learn a lot of subtleties around the approach that's going to save you a lot of time, effort, and money in terms of implementing this marketing approach if you want to implement this give to get strategy in your practice.
Wonderful. And Eric, if you would do me a favor and just email me the information again,
Yep.
the professional button and the 60 days code, and I'll include that in the follow-up email tomorrow. You had some thank yous, definitely in divine timing, grateful for you sharing your knowledge and biotone for this platform. Yes, we will share the link with you in the follow-up email tomorrow. Thank you so much. I'm just starting my own practice, and this is from Courtney. I feel this presentation was super informative. I will definitely be trying this technique. Thank you so much. Oh, and aren't you quick? You've already got the link.
Yeah, so I mentioned at the beginning, I don't know how many people joined us after we started, but I do have
Okay.
notes on all of this, sort of
Okay.
to summarize the strategy, and you can get the free report on that link in the chat, or if you're watching this on YouTube, you'll put it in the description so you can
Okay.
get a summary of that.
Yes, and I'll put it in the follow-up for sure. Thank you so much. And one thing I forgot to mention in the intro is Eric presented last June 20th for EduTalks, and it was, which I didn't write down in front of me, so the feigning phenomena with chair massage, which is really a fascinating EduTalk, and I'd encourage you to check the archive libraries on Biotone. And scroll back to June and watch Eric's performance. Watch Eric's EduTalk presentation.
I can perform.
And Ann Williams, his wife, also did wonderful presentation on aromatherapy. And in the author series, you can also see her book review. Good information, biotone.com under the EduTalk tab. And we thank you so much for joining us. Please join us next week, actually, January 30th, when Dr. Tiffany Ryan will be presenting Trauma-Informed Bodywork, Knowledge Needed to Do No Harm. February 6th, we have Irene Diamond, The Unique Approach for a Damn Great Massage, and that's a Diamond Active Method massage. February 13th is our new EduTalk Diabetes series, and we have Wendy White presenting massage considerations for diabetes clients and patients. And February 20th, we have Dorothea Atkins, a proven new approach for osteoarthritis joint pain. RSVPs are on the biotone.com website. Also, you will be emailed invitations, so watch your inbox for upcoming EduTalks, and watch tomorrow for a follow-up on Eric's EduTalk tonight. Check your junk mail if you don't see it there by the end of the day. Thank you, everyone. Be safe. Join us again, and let us know how this strategy works for you. Take care.
Thank you.
Oh, wait, Trisha, did you have a question? Sorry.
Flip one
She's
more
muted.
in.
I saw her waving.
Yeah, I
Did
was
you-
trying to catch it before people left to tell them how to save the chat. You know how to have people do that? Dots at the very bottom, the 3 horizontal dots, you click on that and it'll say save chat.
All right.
Look
Well,
at
thank
that.
you.
Learn something new every day.
I know. Thank you for sharing that. I'm sorry. I was in my own head and looking at Eric and didn't
Thank you though.
realize that. Okay.
Bye-bye.
Good. Everyone be safe. Join us again. Thank you, Eric.
Okay,
And
thank you,
watch your
Danelle.
inbox. Okay. Take care.